me, this article explores how individuals can find purpose after addiction, offering insights and practical tips to guide readers in fulfilling their lives with meaningful stability. So some of the things that I was taught here is like to like first, stop drugs and alcohol, but like having a fulfilling life, and what does that mean for me? Like having purpose. I did not have an active addiction, right? Like my purpose, I thought, was me using and finding some ways to get more, and my higher power had other plans for me, and I truly found my purpose in recovery, and that's like for me giving back to other people that struggled just like I did. For me, that's my purpose, and like our purposes are all different, right? But like it talks about like having a fulfilling life, being content who we are, and just living life without use of drugs and alcohol. It talks about nurturing healthy relationships and exploring passions and vital components of the journey, in which I didn't have healthy relationships, man. And that's the most important thing in life. It was having relationships. All my relationships were unhealthy. We think, well, I thought I can go through life without help, without support, and which is not true. I established a lot of healthy relationships in recovery, and that's how I stayed clean. Through people that were willing to help me, and not wanting anything from me, just genuinely wanting me to do better, and they was willing to help me. And going back to how to find a purpose, is mine is giving back just was freely given to me. That is my purpose today. It says, what does finding purpose in addiction recovery mean? It says, finding purpose in addiction recovery means discovering a deeper meaning in life that extends beyond the struggle with substance use. This journey often involves several vital components. It says beyond the struggle with substance use. Exploring personal values. Individuals are encouraged to identify what truly matters to them, such as family, creativity, or helping others. Understanding these values can guide priorities and decisions moving forward. It says setting realistic goals. Establish both small and large goals. Helps create direction and a sense of accomplishment. Goals should be flexible and achievable, allowing for setbacks and ensuring that individuals can focus on progress rather than perfection. Yeah, so, we're never going to be perfect. We never get perfect, but like long as we strive to do better, to put that progress into action and just keep aiming to be better, that's just, I call that a good day. So addressing underlying issues. It is essential to explore and confront any underlying issues tied to addiction. Seeking professional help can aid in revealing these challenges and developing effective coping strategies for ongoing difficulties. And I think that's a tough one for a lot of us, even for myself. Addressing underlying issues. And that's what recovery has taught me to do. And that can be a painful thing to do, but it's the most freeing thing you can do for yourself, right? It's the most loving thing you can do for yourself. Addressing underlying issues, like what's really going on. Addressing the frustrations and the traumas and all the things that I put myself through and been through. Addressing that and really seeing what makes me tick. Why do I keep on using drugs and alcohol? What in the first place made me use? We have to address this kind of stuff. And addressing not just the substance use, right, but also our physical and our mental health. We have to address all aspects of our lives and to really do like a self-assessment and self-reflection and seeing what's really going on with us so we can get the help that we need. If we don't know, we don't know. And how do we search and look for the help that we need if we don't understand and don't address the real root of our problems. You know, I was told by my sponsor and a few others that like we have to get to the root to our problems, right? And the root of my problems, yes, yeah, it could be substance and alcohol use, but ultimately it's me. I'm the problem. I'm the common denominator, right? So like I have to fix me, right? And first I had to be completely absent from all drugs and alcohol. You know, that was just my story. Like I had to um, stop all substance until I started to change and grow and understand and addressing what was really going with me. You know, something's not right. Why do I keep on using? Why do I keep on relapsing and keep causing harm to myself and to others? You know, I learned I have a very selfish and self-centered disease that tells me I don't, right? And I have to be very aware of my thinking, my actions, and my behavior, and how I'm treating others. Um, I have to be aware of that kind of stuff, you know. And I wasn't aware when I was using substance. You know, it was always about me and not taking in anything else in consideration, right? Let's see here. It says significance of support and mindfulness in recovery. Building a strong support system, including family, friends, and support groups like AA and NA, is crucial for successful recovery. These connections not only provide emotional support, but also help foster a sense of belonging. In addition, practicing mindfulness can shift from focus from negativities to positives, encouraging appreciation of the present moment and enhancing inner peace. So, you know, there's a lot of 12-step programs out there. There's AA, talks about NA, CA. There's all types of 12-step programs. And there's also other support groups that will help us, right? And I do go to a 12-step program, and not that just alone, but like, you know, I do have a constant contact with a higher power. I do go to church. You know, I have a therapist. Like, there's things that I do for my recovery that, you know, we all need. You know, we all need something. And like for me in Capital Recovery Center, we welcome all pathways to recovery. That's very important. Like, 'cause my path is not your path, and like, but we all have the same common bond. We all struggle, right? We all struggle with something, and it's not always about the drugs and alcohol that we struggle with. That's just the main symptom. Um, we have a lot of other things that we have to address, and which I didn't want to do. That's why I kept on using drugs and alcohol, because I didn't want to deal with reality. I didn't want to deal with my problems. I didn't want to deal with myself and others. You know, I always avoided, you know, always isolated myself. I always cut myself off from the world, right? And it was just a dark place that I was in. And, but it takes work. It definitely takes work in recovery. You know, I've learned that me putting the substance down wasn't just going to be enough, right? It was just not going to be enough. And my past experience showed that, you know. So like until I really opened my mind and started to change and to like broaden my perspective and do some work on myself, my life has gotten a lot better. Let's see here. It says engaging with meaningful activities. Engaging in hobbies and passions can add joy and fulfillment to life. Post-addiction, whether though creative pursuits, volunteering, or personal reflection, individuals are encouraged to rediscover activities that resonate with their authentic selves. This reconnection often leads to a more profound understanding of one's purpose and can significantly reduce the risk of relapse by instilling a sense of motivation to navigate daily challenges. Engaging with meaningful activities. Um, I never thought like I could like uh, have fun or be happy without some type of drugs or alcohol, right? Like like me being happy or having fun or engaging in activities, like I always had to be under an influence, right? So like that's just not what it is. You know, that's just my mindset. I had a very uh, clouded mindset, and I have tons of fun in recovery, right? I do a lot of activities in 12-step fellowships, right? We have fun, but like also in my family, my friends, and um, we do a lot of things. We have a lot of fun, which I never thought was possible, right? I didn't think I could have fun and engaging in activities. Like I always had to be under an influence to enjoy anything, until like I broke that illusion. Like, no, I can like live a good life and have fun, enjoy activities without drugs and alcohol. That was always the solution. What can I use? Or how can I have fun? It's just not the case for me today. I had to really break that down and say, like, I can be happy. I can do things. I can live life behind my wildest dreams without using drugs or alcohol. It says, how can I nurture self-love after addiction? To nurture self-love after addiction, starting with self-forgiveness is fundamental. Recognize that past behavior stemmed from the illness of addiction rather than a reflection of your true character. This recognition opens the doors to self-compassion, where you actively reframe negative self-talk into kind and supportive thoughts. Setting specific and achievable goals related to your recovery creates a focus point. This process not only helps in maintaining motivation, but also enables you to celebrate small victories along the way. It says engaging in daily reflections can be powerful. Mindfulness practices such as journaling or meditation can deepen your self-understanding and promote acceptance of who you are. Self-care plays a crucial role in nurturing self-love. Finding activities that bring you joy and enhance your self-being. This could involve simple, low-cost options like collaborative art projects, which not only fosters creativity, but also strengthens connections with others. So we're talking about self-love and self-care. And I think we talked a little bit about it earlier. Like, it can be tough to do some of these things in the beginning of recovery, and I was told like how do I love myself, and how do I don't love myself, and how am I going to love others? It just doesn't make sense. So I had to really do self-reflection and really accept who I am and with the things I've done. Accepting the things I've done and things I've been through and stuff like that. That's part of being, and part of the process of having self-care and self-love. Accepting the things I've done, and that's hard to do. But it's crucial. It talks about it's crucial step to like accept yourself and love yourself, and forgive yourself. Forgiveness is, I think, a hard one to do too. But it has gotten easier for me to love myself and forgive myself over time. It was definitely hard in the beginning because I was filled up with a lot of guilt, shame, denial, remorse, resentment, fear, anger, frustration, a lot of self-hatred. Like, there's a lot of things I came in recovery with, and like, how do I like break that down and really accept myself and love myself and treat myself with respect. It's a process, and it's an ongoing process. The more I work on myself, the more I love myself, right? Because I start to be rid and be free of all this defects and shortcomings and all this baggage that I came in with, right? My, I want to say, like, my myself has gotten a lot better um, because of doing work on myself, right? Actually, putting action in and taking responsibility for my actions and what I've done in the past, right? Being accountable and reliable, and being open and honest, and making amends to myself, my family, my friends, and society. We start to have self confidence and self respect and self love, and it always comes back to self, right? And if we don't take care of ourselves, we can get lost, even in recovery, right? So we have to be careful and be aware and just do things on a daily basis to like keep this journey going. But it can be tough some days. It definitely can be tough. But you really got to take care of yourself so you can be there for your loved ones. Let's see here. It says importance of self-care and wellness. It says embracing self-care is essential for your journey in recovery. By prioritizing wellness through balanced diets, exercise, and sufficient rest, you help your body heal physically while nurturing mental health. Activities such as yoga and nature walks can enhance your well-being, providing both physical and emotional benefits. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine can also improve your ability to appreciate life's present moments. Importance of self-care and wellness. So yeah, like a couple of things that we talk about. Exercising, what we're eating, what are we focused on, what are we telling ourselves, what are we watching, how are we treating ourselves and others. It's a lot, man. It's a lot that we gotta do, but it's simple and easy. I keep it simple, right? I keep it for today. And if I work on my recovery and work on myself on a daily basis, right, I can sustain long-term sobriety. There's simple things that I do for my recovery, but the things I have to do, they're necessary. It's a must. I have to do. And I have to do this for the rest of my life. I had to come to terms with that. I had, and in early recovery, like I was like, wow, like I have to do this the rest of my life. Like I overwhelmed myself. Like I had to do all these things, and like I really didn't want to. I was misinformed, right? And I was filled with a lot of guilt and shame, and like it took me some time to break that wall down. Like I have to take care of myself, and I have to do this for the rest of my life. And my life has gotten easier over time, right? And like I built the most important relationship is with self, right? I got to find out who I was, and I'm still finding out who I am, and like I let go of the past, right? I don't stay stuck in that. Like I don't let the past define who I am today. Because I did a lot of harm. I did a lot of harm to myself, a lot of harm to my family, my friends, and I was not living a good life, and I wasn't treating people nicely, so like me working on myself breaks that down. Like that's not who I am today. And it takes work. It takes work, and it says embracing self-care is essential for your journey. It's just self-care it's definitely important, and whatever that looks like for you, it's important. It says mending relationships through therapy. It says rebuilding connections with others is vital in recovery. Family therapy can play a pivotal role in healing strained relationships due to addiction. This setting not only offers support and understanding, but also provides a safe space to express feelings and needs. Building a supportive community, whether through support groups or friendship, to feeling valued and understood as you navigate your new path. Cementing relationships through therapy. So there's many ways you can mend relationships, right? And one of them talks about therapy. And through the step process that a 12-step fellowship that I joined, you know, I've learned that sorry is just not going to cut it, right? Apologies. And I've done that for many, many years. Like, I'm sorry, I apologize. Um, and please forgive me. But like today, like I don't repeat the same mistakes. Right? I apologize and don't do the same mistakes that I've done. And I put action. You know, it's definitely an action to like not doing the same stuff that I did before and treating others badly, and mending these relationships through recovery. You know, some relationships that you just don't get back. Some are like the bridge has been burned, you know, but I can nurture and I can mend the relationships that I do still have, you know, and I focus on them. And sometimes the other relationships do rebuild, you know, and that it's just a healing process. It takes time. You know, I can say I'm sorry and put the action in and amend the relationship, but ultimately it's up to the other person to seek forgiveness. You know, so it's very important to like mend these relationships and whatever how you do it. You know, through therapy, family therapy, counseling, and stuff like that. It's definitely worth it, even if the relationships don't build back up. You know, at least we tried, and at least we did our part in that. Um, let's see here. It says, why is a support system important in recovery and finding purpose after addiction? A support system is vital for recovering individuals as it fosters encouragement, accountability, and a sense of belonging. This network significantly reduces feelings of isolation, enhances overall well-being. Support from family, friends, and groups like AA and NA not only provides essential practical assistance during challenges times, but also promotes the development of healthy coping strategies which are crucial for preventing relapse. Research indicates that individuals with strong social support experience lower rates of substance use or better recovery outcomes. The connection between social ties and improved quality in life highlights how these relationships contribute to health. It says, why is the support system important in recovery and finding purpose? So, like, the reason why I got clean and why I'm still clean is because of the support from family, friends, and my new family, you know, and recovery. You know, everything I have today is because of the support of others, right? I could not do this alone, which I tried for many, many years. And I bumped my head many, many times, you know, until I started to get out of myself and get out of my own way and take direction, take suggestions, and started listening and understanding what people were saying. I started to change and I started to grow. The support and the foundation I built in recovery is very strong. I had to build, and I did that right from the beginning, because I was feared up of relapsing. I was feared up of dying. You know, I was. You know, and that it was a healthy fear, right? It really put a light under me to like build a solid foundation and get a solid group of people, a strong network of people that helped me and didn't want nothing from me. They truly, genuinely cared about me and wanted me to do better. And then that gave me the purpose of giving my hand back to somebody else. You know, so I can't keep what I have by not giving it away. You know, and like I'm very fortunate. I'm very grateful. I'm very blessed that the people I have in my life today that truly want me to do better. And I do the same for them. The best of my ability. I'm there for them because they're there for me. That's the only way we get better, and that's the only way we can come together and like fight the battle of the disease of addiction. We have to really put our opinions and thoughts and beliefs and morals and values aside sometimes and come together and to help somebody, because there's a lot of people out there that are sick and suffering, right? It looks like it's not getting any better. It's getting worse, right? So we have to like really get together and really help. It's tough. It's tough out there, and we're here. We're definitely here, and we're willing to help. And that's my purpose today, is to help others. So that was our article for today. So how to find purpose in meaning after addiction. My name is Carl, I'm a recovery coach here at Capital Recovery Center. Until next time, we'll see you later.